Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to show you how to build a covered envelope on the back, the inside back of a journal, a hardcover journal. I know I've shown you before, recently actually in this series, how to build one from 2 pieces of paper within a signature. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with just one surface. Now you could do exactly what I'm doing anywhere in a signature, on the front of a signature, within as well, but I wanted to put this envelope on the back of this journal. I have finished the end pages that I was redoing, and I wasn't doing anything that I hadn't already shown you, so I didn't bother to film it. These are a couple of tags that I got from my dear friend Jackie. Jackie Chimes, hi Jackie. And I just thought they looked beautiful at the back of this journal. So I have 2 pieces of, this is cardstock, Tim Holtz cardstock in this instance, and these are cut to the width this way, the height of the hardcover, because I'm going to have it so that it opens on this edge. And I wasn't sure which one I wanted at the bottom and which one I wanted to go over the top. I think I might want this one as the front of the page that we see. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to pull out my small little scoreboard, and I'm actually going to score this at about 1 inch, and it is, it doesn't go all the way down, but the big scoreboard takes up so much space. So then I'm going to fold it like that. Okay. So the next thing, so essentially what I'm doing is I'm building a spot in the journal that would be the second page. Yeah, that's the width of the paper. So I'm going to glue that in there, but first I want to think about how high I want that to be. And I want it not to go all the way to the top. I'm going to go about there. I'm going to grab my cutter. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all well. Thank you for the lovely comments about my recent video. I think I'll go to like 4 1/4 with the dollar store papers. That was kind of a surprise to me. I didn't think it would be that popular, so I'm very, very pleased that it was. So we're going to attach this in here. I'm going to, whoops, first of all, I'm going to take this and going to eyeball the center. You could absolutely measure. And you know what? Before I go any further, I'm going to put, make my circle that I use for the where I tie off or loop onto for my envelope. So I like 3, and this is the cardstock that I have from Michael's. It's Recollections, and I'm just going to glue 3, and I'm using Art Glitter glue. So I think it makes sense to put this in before I put the envelope on the inside of the cover. So, whoa! Get away from me. It's all good. It's an absolutely beautiful day here today. Oh my gosh, it feels almost like spring, which is kind of amazing, I have to say. So I want to put that fairly low on here. And what I want to do is just take my Tim Holtz pokey tool and try and eyeball the center. And you could absolutely do this with your crocodile, with the smaller bit on your crocodile. But like I said, I'm kind of living a little dangerously here, and I want to put it down about here. So I'm just going to put the hole through. So it's the same method that I've done before, but what's different, like in terms of how you add that little extra bit, but what's different, of course, is that we're building it onto one surface, not using two. And you probably have already intuitively figured out how to do this, but why not? Why not show you how I was going to do it, because I was going to build one anyway. How's that? Okay, so we've got that in there. I'm going to take a piece of washi. This is very sticky washi, but just to be safe, I'll put a little glue on there as well. This is on a paper and it's very, very, very sticky. There goes my glue stick. And then I'm just going to put that there just so that when you put something in the pocket, we're not going to have it all, you know, whatever you put in is not going to get stuck on those little legs of the brad. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to put your glue on this part. I'm not covering the back cover of this part because I think it's pretty, and you're only going to see it when the envelope is open. So we're just going to set that there, lining it up like so. There we go. So we're good. Good to go. Okay, so essentially we're going to do the same sort of thing, only we're going to do it with the top. So the question is, do I want to see the music paper? I think that's the right width. Yeah, do I want to see the music paper or do I want to see that? I think I want to see this. Yeah, I think I want to see that. So I want to cut this. I don't want this to come over too long, and I think I can cut this just about in half. This was an 8x8 page. So if I take it to 4 inches, there we go. Then that should work. So, and then for an overlap, yeah, that's going to be fine. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the last one. And I'm going to put, I want it on this side. I like this grungier bit. I'm going to go about 1 inch. Like that. To here. And we're going to go like this. Oh, I know what I want to do too. Oops. Gosh. I'm stuck. So I also want to, because I want it to have a little bit of flexibility, I want to go a couple more, like at the, use the other edge, which doesn't burnish as hard. So I'm just going to go do 4. And then I'm going to set this up here and just join those lines up, or attempt to, as close as we can. There we go. Now I can put this away. All right. Excellent. Okay. So that just gives it, it's good to fold on all those lines. That just gives it a little bit more give, if you will. So we can set it in there. Now what we could do, we have time, we could do, I'm going to take the top of this jar that I used for the brads, and I'm going to mark this. Let me see if I have a pen. There we go. I'm going to mark it on the wrong side so that I don't have pen mark everywhere. But this will just round the corner. So I'm just going to go like that, there. And I'm going to go like that, there. Put the top back on there. And then we're going to just cut this. Like so. And of course, if you're an inker, you go right ahead and ink all of this. I think it would look great. So what I want to do is I want to attach that there, and then that's going to be the top of our of our envelope. So we'll move that out of the way. Just going to glue like this on this piece. And what I'm going to try and do is line it up just like I did at the bottom. Line it up with the edge of the book page. So, oops, I'm a little bit low. There we go. There we go. Just like that. Now I can see that when it's like this, you're going to see this amount. So what we can do, if we want, we can put a bit of paper in there, maybe like that, and then it's just going to fill in, or where is the piece that I cut off? Here. Okay, so we could put something like that in here, and we don't need to use all of it, so I'm just going to cut like so, just to clean up that edge a little bit, and so that you don't see, because I didn't do a prototype, this is seat of the pants crafting. So we're going to go like that. And the edge that I know that was straight, not the one that I just cut, is the edge I'm going to put. And I'm just going to put it just underneath that score mark there. There we go. So that way when it's closed, you're not going to see when you first lift it up. You're just going to see that nice paper. And you could have covered, I could have covered it all the way down. Okay. So there's that. Now the other thing I wanted to do is I took some paper and I'm going to make my little gussets with this. And I'm going to cut them about 2 inches wide. And this is, I think this is 4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches, which will make it so that it doesn't go right to the bottom, but it will come close enough without hitting the bottom of where the gusset goes. So we want to fold this in half. Last time that's all we did, but this time we're going to just fold it again. It's like someone had said, you make a little W, and a lot of people have done this before. So I'm just going with that, and that's going to make your gusset. Now I could have done it with cardstock, but I find with cardstock it's a little bit heavy for this purpose, and as long as you're not rough, then you should be good. I know I've seen Tracy do this, I've seen others as well, so got glue on my fingers. I've been crafting a lot today. So let's do that. And I always am like, which edge do I want to see? Do I want to see that? I think we want to see that part sticking out. So this is what I'm going to do. Take with that peak out the mountain part, not the valley. And I may be wrong, but it really doesn't matter as long as you're consistent on both sides, I find. And I'm going to put this just along that edge of that page, just like that. And it's just a teeny bit down from the top here, and a little less than 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. So then we're going to turn it around and do the same thing. We want the peak out, the mountain out, not the valley. And I think I've seen Nick the Booksmith do this too, actually. And then I'm just going to set that, line it up with the edge, like so. Like that. and then fold it. Okay? All right, so now we have our two with our peaks on the outside. And now what I'm going to do, whoops, is I'm going to just put my glue here on that, the gusset, and on this one, being careful not to get glue on the inside of the envelope, or attempt to. I put my thumbs kind of on the peak that's out, and then, well, I guess I can't do that because I'm folding it this way. And then we're just going to fold it up like that. And you can see the little gusset there. We'll let it dry. And you can see the little gusset there. Just enough time to move that a little bit. There we go. Like so. Okay. So we've got our little envelope. I have my, I've already punched with my tab puncher out of the same paper that I used for the circle for the closure. And so what I want to do is try and put that just over where the circle is, thereabouts. This is why I have glue on my fingers, because I'm pressing it, any of the little bits that comes out. Okay, so that is good. And then I'm going to take my Crop-A-Dile, and I'm going to try and center that as best as possible, right there. And I'm going to grab a eyelet, and we're going to put the eyelet in there and just set it with the Crop-A-Dile and hope it cooperates. Okay, excellent. Looks great. So, similar to what I did last time, I put I used elastic, and I just thought it was a really cute look. So, we've got this, like that, and then I can put a little knot down here as well, trying to make sure it comes to about the edge of the circle there. And then that can go around the circle like that. And then we have an envelope in the back. Whoops, we'll move that off to the side a little bit so it doesn't encumber it too much. So now we end up with an envelope. You can see the gusset in the back of the book, and you can see it here. It looks kind of cool. And if you find that, you know, that's too thick or that's in the wrong location, then we can take this off and we can use something else. Use some string or something like that. And some twine, like some thin twine. I don't have any handy here. I didn't do this super tight, but it's enough that it's going to give me a little grief while I'm trying to undo it. So, just wanted to show you another way to tie that so that it's not quite in that location. I think Gail would say talk amongst yourselves at this time. Okay, I think we've got some movement. I think we have some movement, but you know. My goodness. It's not very happy. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Right. So that is one out. And this should do the trick. Great. So if that didn't work for you, like it didn't work for me, didn't make me happy, then you can just take it around and then just tie it by hand like this. And then tie the knot. You can see how they're not even lengths. Just tie the knot over here like that. But I'm not going super tight. Cut that a little bit. And then that should make it less, yeah, that's better. So it doesn't, as Rachel would say, crash into your center. So that is it. It's as simple as that. I have, let me see, do I have some, it's kind of crying out for some labels, isn't it? So let's use some Tracy labels, I think. I like this one. Looks great with that color. And what else? I've got so many different choices here, but I clearly need to cut some more. Oh, that's nice, horticulture. Let's do that. Okay. So, we want to put them here, like that. Or do we want to put them here? I think we want to put them here. Okay. So I'm just going to put some glue on here. And hopefully that's somewhat straight. Is it? It's a little bit wonky, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. And then we'll put this one. And maybe we'll make it purposefully a little wonky so it doesn't look like, it looks like I planned that wonkiness. What do you think? That could work. And I think I'll just set that like this on its, a little bit like that. Okay, that works really well. So, an easy way to build a envelope on the inside, a gusseted envelope on the inside of a back cover. Here we go. And it's got nice strong paper there. And look at this, this is coming undone. So I'm going to have to tie that again. It might maybe tie it a little tighter this time. Okay, let's try it. Tie it a little bit tighter. And we should be good. There we go. There. Perfect. And that should come off easily. Excellent. And go back on fairly easily. Awesome. Perfect. And like I said, you could use twine if you want it. So that's it, everybody. I'm all done the art journal. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you are having a super day, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.